Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to see you.
Yes, nice to see you. So happy that you're here today.
Yeah. Can you hear
So
me okay?
welcome. Huh?
Can you hear me okay?
I can. I can hear
Okay,
you perfectly. So
great.
welcome to Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez. I'm so excited for you to be here today.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but Laqianya Huynh?
No, it's
Did I totally
Laquanya.
butcher it?
Laquanya Win.
Oh my God. Bad, Jackie. So you're a poet, an author, and then you also are a songwriter, and then you write musicals. You do many things.
I do many things, yeah. And photographer,
Yes.
just a people person, I guess.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about your most recent work that you've done.
Well, last year, as you know, I produced two musicals that were
Uh-huh.
co-sponsored by the city of Gainesville, Wild Honey Tales 1 and 2.
Okay.
And so those were the latest two musicals. And my
What were
very
they
first,
about?
the first one was more about Wild Honey, establishing her character. And
Right.
then part two was more about the supporting characters and telling their stories and what happened to them. So
Right.
basically, these musicals are a mixture of my works from poems and my published works
Nice.
and unpublished works, to
Very
tell the
cool.
stories through dance and
Okay.
through music. And it's
Okay.
all original work.
Very cool. Wow. So how
Yeah.
long does it take you to come up with stuff to write, to create it?
Oh gosh, I've been working on these things for years because, when you're a little girl, you have these dreams about things that you want to do, you want to
Yeah.
create. And then you talk about it with some of your professors, and they're like, oh no, you can't do that. That's not going to
Wow.
work. Maybe you should try this instead. How about
Right.
that? So I'm like, no, how about I do what I want to do because I have this
Love
need
that.
inside of me to share with other people, you know,
Nice.
and if I can't get it out, I'm gonna die, you
Yeah.
know. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I feel about it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool. So is there any tips that you would give someone who is wanting to find their voice, but they just don't know how? And like you said, how you had some people that were like, no, you're not going to be able to do it.
You
How do you
know,
fight those voices?
for me, it's more of a life experience because
Okay.
it took me traveling out of this country to see what
Wow.
people went through just to learn English, what they
Wow.
learned, what they went through to get an education. And
Right.
sometimes they didn't have a house, they had a hut. And the parents and the family gave everything for that kid to learn whatever
Oh,
so they could come to the States to learn. So for me, if you have a drive, you have the need to, you want to learn and you want to grow as a person, you have to get an education first. Because
okay.
without that, you don't have a platform. You don't
Yeah.
have really a educated voice to do things in a way that you want to.
Yeah.
So, we can do it, but it may not be professional if you're
Yeah.
not
That makes
somewhat
sense.
educated.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. I have a
Nice.
voice because I'm passionate about things. I want to see people happy. I love from my heart, and I want to share that with people. If I can do
Yeah.
it through dance, if I can do it through music, through a show that portrays all those things, that's the
Yes.
most beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And we actually know each other, but we haven't had the opportunity to work. So we're in Gainesville, Florida. So for some of
Yeah.
the viewers that don't know, the show has turned international, which is exciting. Thank you guys.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah. So, but we have not had the chance to work together yet. We were going
I
to, and
know.
then COVID happened.
Yeah, I
And
know. It's a
so, yeah.
bomber.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your favorite thing to do? Is it dancing? Is it writing? Is it musicals? Is it poetry?
It's kind of hard to say because I'm so passionate about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And when my heart is in something, it's in it. So
Okay.
I would say dance and
Okay.
writing and capturing moments are my
Nice.
passion right now and connecting with people because
Nice.
I'm about people
Yeah.
and I love people and I've always loved them when I was a little kid.
Oh,
So if I can make their lives happier and to make them smile makes a big
yeah.
difference to me
Nice.
because I was taught that you have to treat people the way that you want to be treated. And
Yes.
so, you know, if people can see that on a small little platform that I can
Yeah.
create, why not? And
Yeah.
it's allowed me to meet people all over the world. You know, I've
Which
photographed
is
some,
amazing.
yeah, I photographed some famous people and some
Nice.
not so famous people. And then, you know, some of the people that I've worked with have
Uh-huh.
gone on and beyond, you know, and I don't hold back. I just cheer them on. Go, go, go.
Yeah. And it's so important to support one another. And I
Yeah,
feel like right now, the world in quarantine and with the sadness and all the uncertainty going on right now, the arts is so important and so needed.
it is
And
true. And
love
there,
is needed, and entertainment is needed, music is needed, dance is needed.
yeah.
Such huge, important platforms for
That's
sure.
true. And you know, it's a sad thing because they're the first programs to get cut in
I know.
educational situations. And
Yeah.
that freaking sucks because I remember as a kid
Yeah.
having that ability to go to music class, to go
Yeah.
to a dance class. That was everything. I mean, I love that part of the day. Usually it was the end of the day, but
Yeah.
it
Me too.
made my world, you know?
Yeah.
And kids don't have that now. It really sucks.
I know. It's really sad. It is. The arts have, yeah, kind of lost their importance, which is sad. So
Yeah,
you have some other future projects coming up.
I
What is
do.
coming up?
So next year, I'm
Uh,
hoping if everything works out and COVID is not a
yes.
big issue next year, I'm hoping to bring While Honey Tells the Musical 3 to the
Okay.
Hippodrome Theater.
Nice.
So if that's a possibility, fingers crossed,
Yeah.
we'll
Shout out
see.
Hippodrome.
Yeah, so if not, I'm also working on two photo series. One is Beautiful Women, and the second one is Big Beautiful Women. I'm thinking
Nice.
of doing a kind of like a catalog or a calendar to
Very
showcase
cool.
these beautiful, powerful women.
Yeah.
So
I
I
love it.
have 2 months taken so far, so I'm trying to fill the next 10 months now.
Okay.
And then once I get all the people in place, I start working on the shoots.
Nice, nice. So,
Yeah.
what are some tips that you could give someone to find some confidence in themselves that don't have it when they're coming to do a photo shoot, or if you see a spark in someone, but they're like, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I
Uh-huh.
work with a lot of clients who don't have that self-esteem sometimes, and they
Right.
see me and they see a little piece of themselves and they're like,
Oh,
man, I wish I can be that way because you're that way. And I say,
right.
hey, look, this is where it happens. You have to love yourself first. When you
Yes.
love yourself and you give yourself that right self-care, you can do
Yes.
anything. Empower yourself first, and
I love that.
people will see that and they
Yeah.
gravitate towards that. And I hate to
Yes.
say, I love the fact that people gravitate towards me for something. It may
Yeah.
not be what I want them to to gravitate me for, but I really enjoy that aspect because you know when you're
Yeah.
confident in what you're doing, people appreciate that.
That's
That
so true.
yeah, that means that you're invested in what you're doing, and
Yeah.
so and it starts within yourself. You have to be able to empower yourself before you can share it with anybody. And if you're
Yes.
taking an image, you want that image to say, oh, look, that is me. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that an impression forever, you
Yeah.
know? So
I love
it's a
that.
matter of meeting with the person and
Okay.
talking with them to see what they want to do with their images. What is it
Right.
going to be for them? Is it going to be self empowerment? Is it going to be just family? Is it going to
Right.
be for a job? You know,
Where
what
it's
does it
used.
mean to them? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So how long does it take you to edit photographs? Is there a certain style that you use or a certain style that you work towards?
It
Do you like
depends. It depends on
people or
what I'm doing. If I'm
okay,
doing something creative or if
right.
I'm working with a client, you know, you have to have that consultation with them first, see what they
Yes.
want. But me personally, as a photojournalist, you're trying to capture true things. I don't like to manipulate people very much because that takes away from the true being.
Yeah.
So if you can
You like the
capture
raw
them,
moments.
yeah, but I mean, you can simulate things as well, make the
Yeah.
boobs bigger, make them smaller, whatever.
Nice.
But, you know, if I could just capture them and their element and capture the basic elements of who they are without
Nice.
any filter, that's the
Yeah.
best thing. So some of the best images I've taken were just raw images.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just natural and just being present in the moment and just
Right.
letting your soul shine.
Right. And that's what I like about that aspect of photography, because I've been
Very cool.
working with a camera since I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And it
Wow.
started with that little Polaroid, you know?
Yeah. I remember the Polaroid.
Yeah. My dad bought me my first Polaroid. I remember walking around.
Cute.
My
That's so
mom was
cute.
like, "Will you get away with that thing?"
When I was really little, I used to dance. My mom owned a beauty salon, and I would sit in her basement and I would be dancing and choreographing by myself and
Yeah.
just counting out 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when I would play softball or like sports in school, I would be just dancing in the corner, twirling around. So
Well,
I understand.
that's funny that you say that, because I remember as a little kid, I
Uh-huh.
may not have talked very much or walked very much, but when
Uh-huh.
music came on, my mom and family said, "Oh, she would just flash dance all over the place." I mean, music would come on and I connected with it. My body was
Nice.
moving. It was
Nice.
moving. So, yeah, I can
I
understand
love
that.
it. So what is it that you're doing to keep yourself centered during this difficult time?
Well, believe it or not,
Uh-huh.
the beach has been the refuge.
Nice.
The beach
Okay. The
has
beach is
saved the life of me,
nice.
because, I can breathe better at the beach.
Yeah.
I create when I'm near water,
Okay.
and I love the smell of the salt water. Literally, I
Yeah.
have so many allergies here in this town. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I
But
do.
being in the beach, near it, close to it, it's
Nice.
like, I don't know,
Very
something
cool.
about it. It's so inspirational. So
Yeah.
I've written 3 new songs in the last week.
Wow.
Yeah, so who knows?
Congrats.
I may make a change to Wild Honey Toast 3, because I'm so inspired right now.
Very cool. Very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to be remembered by?
Most important, that if my kids, if I was to die, they'll know that my mom loved me, that I love them, and
Right.
that I loved all people, and I shared my art and I shared myself with people in a way that I didn't know that I could,
Oh,
because I hadn't always been this way, and you have to evolve and change your perspective
right.
on how you want to do things growing up. And
Right.
so at age 30, I took that trip around the globe and back, and
Uh-huh.
I was ready. I was so ready. So
Nice.
I want people to know that, okay, if I die tomorrow, I have no regrets. I've
Wow.
done everything I wanted to do. I've created the things that I've always wanted to create,
Uh-huh.
and I live in my truth. And
Wow.
right now, that's the most important thing to me. And sometimes people don't understand that, because they don't know me very well, or they may want to, and I won't let them, or or vice versa, you
Right.
know. So,
Right.
yeah.
Did you want to sing or say one of your poems that you wrote or say something from one of your musicals that you wrote?
No, I don't want to sing. I don't want to do any of that right now, because I've been in a different headspace. And
Okay.
what I do want to say is that,
Yes.
for the people that are listening, just to love yourself first, and
Oh,
always take care of yourself, because there's only you.
yeah.
You have to love yourself first. Self-care is the most important thing. I tell my patients that all the time too. So, and love from the heart makes you stronger. That's it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
You're welcome,
sharing with
Jacqueline.
us and for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, same here. Nice to finally meet you and see you.
Yes, nice to finally meet you and see you in the kind of social media flesh.
Right, right. Okay, well, take care of yourself.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Bye.
guys for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.